So the reason why the blinkers blink too fast when you use an LED light is that the current draw that an LED light has is way less than a standard bulb. So when you put an LED light on one of your turn signals, for instance, that circuit thinks that there is a blown bulb because now the current draw is much less. So this is CPU 2, number 2 from the RX-7. This is actually located up underneath on my driver's side dash, kind of like this. There's a single 10 mil bolt that you pull out right there. And then there's 3 connections, one here, and one there, that you disconnect, and then this just slides out. So inside of here is the blinker module, and basically there's these 3 little tabs on this guy, and then when you pop all those, this part just slides off, and inside you basically just have this one little circuit board, and it's not really attached. There's a little friction holding it in there, but if you kind of grab it carefully and give it a little pull, it comes right out. So I've zoomed in so that we could get a closer look at the circuit, and basically on this circuit, the only part that we're going to be concerned about for this project is this resistor right here labeled R1. Now, I have done some research online, and there's 2 schools of thought on how this should be done. Some people say you should remove this resistor and then replace it one with a much higher resistance. I just happen to have these 2K ohm resistors laying around that we can try. 2K ohm would be the same as 2 mega ohm. So that's one school of thought. The second school of thought is just remove the resistor, and essentially you'll have an open circuit, and I guess you just at least stop that the mechanism that causes the rapid blinking to not work. So for this experiment, I'm just going to desolder this R1 resistor, assemble the CPU2, and put it back in the car and see what the blinking situation is on the turn signals. Now, if that doesn't fix it, then I will try to come back in and put the 2 mega ohm resistor back in this spot and see if that helps. So let me desolder this resistor. I will say that I am not an expert on electronics. I know enough to be dangerous, and so if you're going to try this at home, please research it and do what you feel is comfortable. But so I pulled out my hobby mat here just to give me a rubber surface to work on, and then I've just taped this up so that hopefully it doesn't move while I'm trying to pull the resistor out. So just on this side of the board is our resistor labeled R1. So we've got basically the wire poking through the circuit board and then soldered, here and here. So I'm going to put my soldering iron on low heat just so that we don't overheat the board, and then I am going to start to heat the solder from this side, and then see if we can pull out one side at a time. So off camera, I took my tool here, my pick tool, and just straightened the wires that are poking through from the resistor, just to help, once the solder does start to become liquid, that we can pull the resistor right out. So let me get this a little more secure, and then begin applying heat to this point here. that we have the CPU2 back in the car, we can check the speed of the flashers. Now, like I mentioned, I only removed that R1 resistor. I have not put any resistors back inside. It's just simply removing that R1 resistor. So let's turn on the flashers. So I will say that I think that was a pretty easy modification to make. Now, will there be any long-term issues? I don't think so, but we'll certainly keep our eyes on it. And there you go, the lights go off. But yeah, if you guys switch out any of your LED lights, especially with regards to the blinker system, check out that CPU2 modification. And like I said, it doesn't look like you have to put a resistor back in there. But do your research and figure out what's best for your situation. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys later.